like, 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 like. Hello, my lovies. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope I missed my dental appointment cancellation. I didn't miss it. I got the date wrong. I don't know how it happened. But yeah, so I am off to my dental appointment at the Hills Dental Studio. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. Today is the 28th of July and it is World Hepatitis Awareness Day. I will be sharing more of that later on. But for now, let me get to my appointment before I arrive late and I beat myself to it. See you guys later. Bye bye. Hope you guys have a great morning. I'm sure you're going to see this in the afternoon, but yeah, that's about it. See you later. Bye bye. Hello, my lovies. So I am outside the Hills Dental Studio. I made it on time. I am actually 30 minutes early. So I think I'm just going to go in Kaboma 22 just to prepare myself. I don't know what I'm preparing for. You know, when you're always early, the early bird catches the biggest one. Camping, because I'm always early. Either I'm early or I'm always on time. But yeah, that's just me. I'm very strict when it comes to time. So I'll see you guys. We're going to do a whole lot of things. Well, one thing, but to get it done, I feel like we're getting a filling, and obviously they're going to have to wash, and and my teeth are quite sensitive, so anything cold I just cringe. Like, I warm everything, guys. When I say I cannot have my things straight from the fridge, I warm my yogurt, I put my fruits outside so that I don't have to have them cold. The only thing that I can have cold is ice cream, and simply because I lick it, I make sure that it does not get to my teeth. The minute that brain freezes, no, it's quite bad. Like, my teeth are very sensitive. At least Hasarobe. So yeah, let's go inside. I'll see you in a bit. You know what I mean, but yeah, bye for now.
Hi, I'm Newa, the weekend receptionist at Hills Dental Studios. Welcome!
Like,
I see it.
hi everyone, so I'm still at the Hills Dental Studio, and this is Zimbali, who's assisting Dr. Surprise, and I am getting a feeling. I'm starting to feel numb and a bit swollen, but I'm not swollen, so I just don't know what's going on. But yeah, trust the process. Thank you. Thank you so much. Until I start crying.
No, I'll be there just to hold your hand.
Ah, thank you. Moral support more than anything. Zazazeling. Hello, my lovies. I am done at the Hills Dental Studio. feel numb. I just applied some lip gloss. Like, let me show you. I can't even rub my lips together. It feels so weird. But we are done. I just did a feeling. That took long. That took long because, yeah, the tooth was damaged. Apparently the tooth was damaged. I just wanted to show my t-shirt as well. Like, this is exactly where I am. My energy is right there. I'm left with this. I need to recharge. But yeah, I am going to leave now. I will be back at the Heels Dental Studio in October. I'm going to miss them because now I feel like I had become a regular here. After every 3 weeks or second week, I was here and it felt good. I mean, I am so happy with my smile. I don't know how I'm going to smile because my lips just feels like it's going that direction. But yeah, this is my smile now. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I still say Dr. Surprise. Ha! My guy. I shame we sharply into how. I'm feeling more confidence now, you know. Confident. Hey, Sekgowa. Sa England. I'm feeling more confident. I smile wider now. My dimples are also like coming out, like, you know. So yeah, let me get home. Hopefully the numbness would have gone away because I want to share my story of hepatitis, autoimmune disease, as today is World Hepatitis Awareness Day, right? So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Let me drive home. I wanna, guys, get some like a hanger. I say hanger really nearly one on the first. I feel like now every video of mine has a hanger. It's for my blazer, my work blazer. I don't have it there because I took my car for a car wash yesterday. But yeah, so let's meet again in like a few, right? Ciao, ciao. Hello, my lovies. I come back. Those who are new, thank you for tuning in. And those who have been here for a short period, thank you again for subscribing. I hope that you are enjoying and consuming this content very well. So I am back from the dentist. I still feel funny. So please don't mind me. I am numb on my one side. So if you see me talking funny, just know that Ashem Mugelo Otako I went to feel one of my back tooth, without wasting any of your time. Today is the 28th of July and it is World Hepatitis Awareness Day, and I am going to share my story of how I got diagnosed with hepatitis, autoimmune disease. I just finished matric and it was I'm going to reveal my age now. It was 2007. I remember this particular day. Mind you, I lost my mom when I was 10 years old. So my dad has always been there for us. I have two siblings, which is my older sister and my younger brother. So everything and every day when we were to call my dad would show up. So this particular day, my dad used to work, I think it was like 15 minutes away from work at the mine, and I was having chest pains, and I gave him a call and I said, I called my dad Mulangi. His name is Laki. I don't know why I say, so instead of saying Laki, I say Laki, but Langi. So I'm sure this will be the first time my siblings know why I call him Umlangi, because they also went in with the name, withoout knowing how I got to the name. So fine, I called my dad and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. I'm experiencing chest pains, but can you please buy me Gaviscon? Mind you, at the time, there was an advert back then that used to show her, hey, chest pain, see, Gaviscon takes that away, da da da, most. So that's how I got to say, please get me a Gaviscon. And my dad was like, okay, no problem. When I knock off, I'll bring it. He gets home and my dad didn't bring the Gaviscon. He must have forgotten. And when we say God's work in his mysterious ways, this is why I say that. So he saw me and he was like, when I got how lucky Gaviscon, doctor, because I was starting to get weak as well. Okay, we get to the doctor and we went into the consultation. What's about the doctor? They want some privacy, so it was a one-on-one. He first asked me if I'm pregnant, and I said no, I'm not even sexually active. And I was like, please bring my dad in because I don't feel so well. I'm ready to answer whatever you want to know with him inside. Coolio, he brought in my dad, and as we were talking, I started developing clots on my neck, and I felt my neck, and I showed my dad and the doctor, and the doctor said this could be serious, and he said we could be looking at blood cancer. And I remember at that point, I was young. It was quite a scary thing. So the doctor said, okay, I'm going to send your daughter to go do blood tests. And the very same day when we left the consultation room, we went to the lab, Lancet. Yeah. So they took my blood and I went home. My dad the following day went to work, and I remember getting a call now from him and saying, what are you doing? And I was like, not doing anything. He said, pack your pajamas because the doctor wants you and he is admitting you. I'll explain when I get home. So my dad gets home and he's like, okay, get everything that you're going to need because you're getting admitted. They just wanna check what is wrong because something is wrong. Okay, no, I do that. I go to the hospital. This was Oppenheimer Hospital. If you stay in Valcom, you would know this was one of the most biggest private hospital in Valcom back then, mostly used by people who worked at the mine. So my dad had a medical aid there. So I was admitted, and at the time I saw Dr. Niwatiwa, who admitted me. And I remember I was admitted for a full month. I remember this because the day I was discharged, I stepped out and the sun was I just felt like the sun was blinding me. So, okay, I was admitted for a month and they just kept on doing test every single day, not finding what is wrong with me. Eventually, Dr. Niwatiwa said, there is something wrong with your liver. Because we do not have a liver specialist in Valcom, we are going to transfer you to Johannesburg. And we didn't even waste any of the time. I think that if I can't remember exactly, but I was discharged on a Friday, and I went to go see Dr. Asfat on Monday. Dr. Asfat is a liver specialist in Mel Park. I'm not sure if he still works there. So I got to Mel Park and I had to go do a liver biopsy where they take a piece of your liver and send it for testing. So I went there and I got my results after the biopsy, and Dr. Asfat said, you have autoimmune hepatitis. I mean, I was young. I didn't even know what that meant. And in simple term, autoimmune hepatitis disease is when your immune system attacks one of your organs as if it does not belong there. That's the simplest term. Okay, sharp. Back then, he was like, okay, it's not curable, but it's treatable. So I was on medication so it was 2008 now, the following year. 2008, 2009 and 10. I went to varsity 2009 because I had to take a gap year in 2008 because I was just sick. So 2009, I started at the Northwest University. My life was, everything was well. Oh, I forgot to mention, one of the symptoms was I had yellow eyes, which is jaundice. So my eyes were clear. I was starting to feel better. So I used to exhaust my dad's medical aid, and so eventually I stopped with my medication, which I wasn't supposed to. And so this was 2010 now. Things were still okay. Fast forward 2013. I had just become permanent at my workplace. No, when was this? Yeah, 2013. I had just become permanent at my workplace. I was on 3 months probation. So it was January, February, March. And then I started to get the symptoms back where my eyes were yellow, but this time they were 10 times worse. My stomach would swell. I literally looked 9 months pregnant. So I was in Sentin at that time, and I remember after getting my medical aid and finally being permanent, I got my medical aid. My waiting period was done. I went to Morningside Clinic and I was like, let me just go for a checkup, because my stomach was just big and I think my colleagues were suspecting that I'm also pregnant, but no. And I was in pain. I was pale. So I got to Morningside Clinic and I saw the sister and they took some blood. Haibo, na kere kya tsamaya mo, nese ere I can't go. The doctor would like to see me. Haibo. I just came for test mos. Because I wasn't feeling ill, but there were physical changes, Doctor comes to me and says, who did you come with? And I was like, I came alone. And mind you, it wasn't far from my workplace. It was literally 10 minutes, I think 10 minutes walk. So I walked there. And the doctor said, how did you get here? And I said, I walked here. She said, okay, we're going to admit you. First of all, you've been walking around without blood. And there's serious issues with your liver. We're just going to run some tests just to confirm what is wrong. Okay, no. You know what? It's one of those things that can be done. I'm not scared. Everything is just calm. Jiggy. The doctor tells me your liver is critical. So jiggy, the doctor tells me my liver is critical and the only way for me to survive is a liver transplant. And I will have to go see a liver specialist in Wits, Donald Gordon. So that's when I got a shock of my life over actually this is serious. So they kept me at the hospital for some time because they also needed to give me some blood. Jiggy jiggy, I'm in ICU. I don't know what happened. Jiggy jiggy, my family came all the way from Free State to come and see me in Joburg. I also had family in Joburg that was taking care of me. I will, okay, sharp hair. Now, okay, I'm out of ICU. Now I'm off to go see the specialist in Wits Donagorden. So Wits Donagorden, if you know, they do organ transplants. So I met Prof. Song for the first time, and he explained to me the condition that I had, hepatitis, autoimmune disease, and what happened to my liver. So they put me on medication. I literally went on steroids to keep me going because my liver was not functioning at all, and I was put on the wait list. So days went by and months went by. I didn't wait on the wait list for long. So I went on the wait list in June 2013. And I remember Professor Song introduced me to Prof. Buota. Guys, you see, I'm even smiling and I'm getting emotional when I talk about Prof. Buota. So I met Prof. Buota for the first time with my family. And took my family through the whole process of liver transplant, and he said there's a possibility that a family member can help me, where they give me half their liver and mine will grow fully, because I was very petite, I had a very small body. He said I just need half a liver from an adult. So it was going to be an adult to adult liver transplant procedure. So sharp. Prof. Buota met my family, and I remember I was with my dad, and he said to my dad, two things are going to happen. It's either we buy your daughter a coffin or we get her a liver. But I'm going to make sure that we do not put her in that coffin. And he made sure. Even today, guys, I would go to Wits Donagorden and Prof. Buota would come and say, I heard you were admitted. I just came to say hi. Yo, that man saved my life, and the whole liver transplant team, from Prof. Russell Pritz to Prof. Isong and the team as a whole. I think Sister Mary was my liver coordinator at that time. So I was getting prepared for the liver transplant. Everything was going well. So while we're still with Prof. Buota, my dad was too old to help me, and he had health complications. He had high blood and cholesterol. So it was a no-no for him. And then my brother was too young to help me at that point. And my sister was a match. My sister jumped to the opportunity without even hearing. And hey, go to someone else. I want to give her my part of the liver. At the time, guys, I didn't want my sister to help me. Why? Because we were given the risks, or there are 50% chances of both of us surviving. Either I survive, or we both survive, or we both don't survive, or one of us survives. Because it's a big procedure, man, And at the time, my sister I have a niece. She was very young, and I couldn't put to my mind, or if something was to happen to my sister, then I would be the cause, and now I'll have to live with it forever and face my niece and have to explain to her what happened to her mother. So again, God came through. So I was getting prepared. I went for psychology so that I'm prepared mentally, physically. They made sure that all my other organs are ready to receive a foreign organ. And as the months went by, so we had already put, an estimated time as to when the liver transplant will be done, because my sister was now helping me. I didn't have to be on the wait list anymore. Sharp, Haibo. My sister was then prepared also. They ran some tests, and then on the last day they found out that she was anemic. And because when you do a liver transplant you lose so much blood, the doctors didn't want to risk that, so they scratched the idea of my sister helping me out, and I had to go back on the wait list. I was getting sick by a day. I would spend days in hospital, a few weeks at home. I'm saying few weeks because literally I spent more time in the hospital than my place, and I used to stay like 10 minutes away from the hospital at that time. So now I'm back at the wait list. My sister was so disappointed. She kept on calling me and said, "I've disappointed you." And I was like, no, God knows why you couldn't help me, And so I went back. I remember it was October the 25th. October 25th, I get a call, and I was home. Not to mention, it was in the AM. I think in Eliboma 3 a.m. around that time. Mind you, I don't answer my phone at night. But on that particular day, my phone rang, and I remember the very same day, that night, I went to bed and I was in so much pain. I felt like my body was giving up on me. And I made a prayer on that day. And I said, "Dear God, you are going to give me that liver. You are going to show up." I made demands. When someone is like aggressively making demands, I was speaking to God one-on-one, and I was like, "Ntate, and so I got the call. The nurse on the other line said, "Hello, am I speaking to Madimo Mokosi?" Ke borokong ka nako eo ya dumela. "Yes, you are." And the nurse says, "You need to come to the hospital. We have found a liver for you." Ke borokong, ke a tsoha. "You need to be at the hospital." Okay. Ke a tsoha, and when you get to the hospital, go straight to the ICU. We need to run some tests. Okay, I wake up. I take an Uber to the hospital, 10 minutes. I was there. And now, on the way, I was calling my dad, that day, but they found a liver for me. You need to come through. My dad had to literally travel from Free State to Johannesburg, and I've alerted my other family, my guardian, Mama, Kimisa Mama, to come through. I had to call everybody that was close by and like my close family to let them know, okay, when I tell you, I get my dad to fit go the hospital, but I'm not sure. I think the procedure. So I got to the hospital, and they ran some compatibility tests, they had to check if I'm a match with my donor. So I had a cadaver liver. So a cadaver liver is from a person who's no longer alive, but yeah, their organs are still alive. So sharp hair, the nurse came out after running some tests, and she was like, "Have you heard the good news?" And I looked at her with confusion and I said, "What good news?" She said, "We have found a liver for you and we are operating you in 30 minutes. Guys, in 30 minutes, I was given so many papers. I wasn't even reading them. Signing, because all I wanted was a life, and I wanted a second chance to live. And I knew how sick I was, So I think my family got there after the transplant, because the only thing I remember is seeing my brother when they were pushing me to ICU, and I was just filled with machines. Everything was just beeping, and I looked at him and I couldn't talk, but I literally just moved my lips and I communicated with him, and I read his lips, and he said, "You're going to be okay." I'll never forget my brother's face. Guys, my brother and I are so close. Well, I'm close with my sister as well, but I'm mentioning my brother because we grew up relwana, how siblings would fight. But we became so close, and yeah, he kept my faith going. So yeah, that's how I got diagnosed with hepatitis, autoimmune disease, and I had a liver transplant in 2013 on the 25th ka payday. You know what, it clocked, and then we know how we are saved to cover anything that needs to be covered. So yeah, and more than anything, I am grateful for this life. I am grateful for my medical team. It's been 11 years post my liver transplant, and I thank God every single day of my life. So yeah, let's get tested. And if you see any symptoms, please visit the doctor as soon as possible before it becomes critical. So from me, this vlog is coming to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to tell your family, your friends, everybody about Location Sila. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.